All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the Silver State Tournament. I'm in Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Let's go check out hole number 5. All right. I almost got on here today with my low-level account, just with a 3-power ball. I put on, because it doesn't have a lot of topspin, I put on just a little bit of topspin on it, and I shouldn't have. I ended up in the rough up here above, so you probably don't need to put anything at all on it. But if you've got an upper developed club, you definitely don't need to put anything on it. So I'm going to take my extra mile. I like the overpower hook shot on this, but this is a hole that you definitely want to get this shot dialed in, because this is the shot that will get you the eagle, so you can move on down the road. Everything being even, the only thing I'm going to need is an extra mile and that Titan. I'm not a fan of hitting this shot. Now, if you're in one-on-one play and the wind is blowing the wrong direction, you may have to hit to the left, and it's a pure layup shot up there. But in tournament play, I'm not a fan of going for that, because you're giving yourself a super hard short iron shot to get it in the hole. You'd probably be better served with a backspin club if you're up here, but I'm just not a fan of that if you're in tournament play, especially if we've got favorable wind. If you can get on the green in one, you want to go for getting onto the green in one. Now, one-on-one it's a little different, because you may come here and have a marlin and you can't make it, and the wind's blowing the wrong way. So if I get out there, I'm going to put a little teeny bit of backspin on it, just a little. I like to hit it over on this side. So I need a little bit of power to get me up in there, but I don't need max overpower. That's about 2 rings. I'm going to put a little bit of curl on it, and I'm going to put a little bit of overpower. Isn't it perfect? Now it's all about whether or not I put on enough overpower. I think in the tournament the way to play this is with a 5-power ball, because you won't have to put any overpower on there, and the whole deal is that'll make that shot a lot more consistent. I can guarantee on the round that when I actually go for qualification, which will probably be tomorrow, that I'm going to bring out a 5-power ball on this hole, because if I don't have to do any overpower, that means that my chances of hitting a perfect or a 1-ring great to the left or the right are going to be greatly increased. And I would much rather not have to use overpower and just take the shot and get up, get my eagle, and move on to the next hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Oh. Now we got to go for it, just because we're here. From our distance, wind should not be a factor, but I'm going to hedge my bet a little and go off 1/2 of a cup. If the wind plays a factor, it'll put me right back at the flagpole. If the wind doesn't play a factor, then that shot will miss. So wind did play a factor. So that great to the right would not have gone in if wind wasn't playing a factor. So if you're off like that, wind is going to play a factor just a little bit. The way I deal with those is here's the cup, here's the flagpole. I think of from the flagpole to the edge of the cup, when you're that close, is 4 miles per hour. Okay, so what I did was I split the difference. So if wind wasn't a factor, I could still hit a perfect and make it in the hole, and I could hit a great to the left and make it in the hole. But a great to the right would have missed. But if wind does play a factor, then it'll push that back and it'll be at the flagpole, and then I could make a great to the left or the right. But here's what happens. Here's your pin, and you line right up at the pin, and the wind is playing a factor, then it does the same thing the other way. You know, it pushes the ball out here, so you can make a great to the right and you can make a perfect, but a great to the left misses. So sometimes I will hedge my bet like that, and you know, I'll still give myself the opportunity for a perfect because I'm still trying to hit perfect. All right, that was hole number 5. I'm going to have to start dropping shots. All right, that was hole number 5 of the Silver State Tournament and Monday's practice round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.